Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, Dami to the Zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
Hey, hello, hi peeps. Welcome to the Unpicked podcast. You are here with myself, Dami Zane, and my co-hosts, Venom and Toby Tobes. Yeah? Welcome to Unpicked, a weekly podcast where we delve into the overlooked and underappreciated topics in our culture. In it, Toby.
Rough.
Each week, we bring you fascinating and unique stories and opinions that you won't hear anywhere else. So let's get unpicking. Now, from the title of this episode, you can see that we are going to be talking about the cult, the occult, witchcraft, all of that in the music industry. And I'm going to be sharing that time that BEYONCÉ tried to recruit me. But before we get into all of that, those of you that are veterans in this game know that we start by doing a game time, just a little icebreaker. I've got the questions this week, and then we're going to follow that up with some tea, where we're just going to share some piping hot gossip about celebs and people in the social media space. And then we'll do a little bit of Have You Seen, which is where we basically share some funny stuff that we've seen on the internet. Online, you know, tickety tock tock and all that jazz. So yeah, we're gonna get straight into the thing. Let's go. Let's do this.
I'm ready.
Last time, I think we left it on. You were on, I believe, 9.
Something like that. Was it 9/11?
It's either 8 or 9, and I'm on 11.
Yeah, I remember the 11.
Yeah.
9.
Don't worry, guys. We'll pop it. We'll pop the tally, the scoreboards at the bottom of the screen, so you'll see where we're at in it. It was a while ago now, like 2-3
it's
weeks.
pre-Christmas.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2022.
You know, so we'll start. You ready? Yeah.
You ready?
Let's go. In the show Power, what was the name of 50 Cent's character? A. Kane, B. Kanan, or C. Curtis?
Damn, why am I dying? That was a good question, you know. I swear it's Kanan. B.
Correct. It was Kanan.
If you didn't say, I wanted to say Kane. Anyway, that's why I was like, damn.
Question 2. What was the name of Snoop Dogg's first album? A. Doggy Style, B. Doggy Dog, or C. Snoop Dogg?
C. Snoop Dogg?
The answer is A. Doggy Style. And it take me. Question 3. How old was Tupac when he died? This is payback.
Damn.
A. 27, B. 26, or C. 25?
26. I'm gonna go with B.
He was 25.
Damn.
Question 4. How old would Aaliyah be today if she was still alive?
Oh God.
A. 43, B. 45, or C. 41?
C. 41.
She would be 43.
Damn, I wanted to say 43. God damn.
Question 5. What's the name of Biggie's last album? A. Born Again, B. Ready to Die, or C. Mo Money, Mo Problems?
Dang. I believe it is B.
Sorry.
Damn. Is it born again?
Sorry. More money, more problems.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that was an album.
So, out of 5, you got 1. You got uno.
Well.
That brings you to either
10 or 9.
Yeah.
That was a perfect start to the year, but you get me? I don't care about all that, innit?
It's all right. Keep telling yourself that. I know inside it's burning, but it's
you know what? It's a new year. It's a new me. Man's vegetarian now. Man's no alcohol now. Change the character, you get me? I'm just...
So you're not competitive anymore?
I'm all zen now, you get me?
You're telling me you're not competitive anymore? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm trying to say it's a new year, it's a new me, you get me?
Just because you clocked, Dami knows her stuff, so there's a chance she's going to win.
Dami
So let me
don't
tell
know
myself
nothing.
from now, that man don't care. It's all right. Let us know in the comments if you got any of those right, and if you did well done. But now
If you beat me.
It's time for the tea.
Tea time.
We touched on this, I think, last week. I can't remember, but I remember you asking me something about these two. But Harry and Meghan, innit? They did their Netflix, whatever. Have you actually watched it now?
Bits. No, I'm about to binge it all.
Binge it all. Now, people are having mixed feelings about these two because obviously, like, a lot of Black people are supporting Meghan and Harry because they're saying, because Meghan's allegation is that the institution is racist and that the media in the UK is racist as well. So like the newspapers, TV, all of that and stuff. And so, you know, the Black community is supporting them. And I was supporting them too, you know, like I had their back. Do you know what I'm saying? But now I'm hearing about this book thing and some of the stuff that's coming out. And I'm like, listen, guys, we're tired. And I think for me, the point where I got tired was when they apparently tried to stop Netflix from releasing the documentary because they did it all before the Queen passed away. And when you watch it, you'll probably gauge why they wanted to do that, because there was some things that was said that
seem a bit distasteful.
Not that it's a big deal, but it's like, she's dead now, innit? Do you know what I mean? So they wanted to like stop it, but Netflix was like, no, you entered into a contract. It's going.
It is what it is, baby.
And I was starting to think, next thing you know, they're gonna come back out again and be like, oh yeah, they didn't let us tell our story how we wanted to tell our story, because that's what they keep saying. And that's why they keep releasing it. So I'm kind of like, okay, we've heard you. I don't care anymore.
But just on the Netflix point, could they not? Is it not? Because I know you've seen it. Is it not something that they could have just edited out?
Well, I'm guessing that Netflix would have already done all their editing and production and stuff before. I guess it wouldn't have been too late to take it out. But, and this is rumors, by the way. I don't know if this is actually true, but apparently they wanted Netflix to scrap the whole thing, and Netflix was like, no, you entered into a contract, so it's going out. Yeah,
rightly so.
Yeah,
rightly so. That same vim that you had when you was sitting there telling us to press record, keep that energy.
exactly So
keep that same energy.
I don't care anymore. I've had enough of hearing about this thing, and I don't care anymore. I don't have many feelings towards Meghan. I guess because she made a comment about how she's never been treated like a Black woman until now. And that rubbed me up the wrong way, because it was like, I mean, you was taking advantage of the fact that you could pass off as anything but Black until you experienced racism, and now all of a sudden you got a lot to say. And it's like, okay, but some of us have been living this life for ages. Fair enough, we've not been in the public eye, most of us. But still, do you know what I mean? Like, okay, it kind of rubbed me up the wrrong way. And
why though?
I don't know, I've been on Meghan's side, and I just feel like she doesn't help herself. I feel, and
why should she help herself? My thing is, I really haven't delved into it, so I don't have the annoyance of the delivery to go against what I'm saying right now. But I kind of feel like regardless, the points that both Harry and Meghan are bringing up are not anything new to the black community, but there's never been a light shined on them before. And so even if it's Meghan, this American mixed race woman who very clearly passes off as white, if you're none the wiser, the information or the narrative still needs to be communicated to the wider public.
Yeah.
So there's nothing so far that she could say that would annoy me, because my focus is more so on the fact that everybody actually needs to understand that this is the truth and not, you know what I mean? That's without getting into the semantics, but I'm sure when I watch it, I'll be like,
yeah, when she gets into semantics,
and I know that they're both going to annoy
talk
me
about it. Yeah, but I just think that, I don't know, I'm not annoyed with her. I'm just kind of like, okay, Meghan. That's how I feel about it. And I think it's because, you know, ages ago we were talking about how some celebrities, we just see too much of them and then you get tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about them. It's like every week now there's a new Meghan and Harry upset about something. Meghan and Harry upset about something. And it doesn't take away from the fact that I believe them. It just means that now I'm tired of hearing it. Do you know what I mean? And I don't see, the more they narrate what they've experienced, the less and less that I think that people that are against them are going to change their mind. If anything, let's put it this way: someone like me who is team Meghan and Harry, or Harry and Meghan, or whatever way you want to put it, and I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, I imagine other people who are against them are going to be like, "Can you lot shut up now?" Like even more so than people who are in support of them. So, and I get it, they need to make money because they've been cut off, do you know what I mean? But it's like, make money in other ways. Is this the only way? Because they've got a podcast, they've done the Oprah thing, they've done Netflix now Harry's writing a book. It's like, rah.
But it's expensive life they're living, you know? Like, remember,
maybe, cost of living is hitting.
Exactly.
Cost of living is hitting everybody. Maybe you need to downsize.
Yeah, but they can't downsize security.
That's fine. Keep your security. But
that's a payroll.
Yeah,
that's
but
permanent employment.
If they were to reduce the size of their home, reduce the size of this, that, and the other, they'll be able to afford that security quite fine. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's doing checks and balances with their coin right now because the economy is in the bin.
In shambles.
So you know. And the more they do it and the more Kate and William are quiet, the more it makes Kate and William look more, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like, how, it's the same way that I saw the whole Kanye and Kim thing. With Kim staying quiet and Kanye mouthing off.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're
like
mouthing off like that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think they're mouthing off like... Kanye goes like to the nth degree. I think they're literally just telling their story, but because it's so offensive to people's core, the fact that the royal family and people in the Royal Institute are being positioned and narrated and evidence positioned against them as racist, categorically, it just gets to the point where people are like, yuck, because the concept, it goes against everything that we all know, because royalty is the highest class in society. You don't necessarily associate British royalty different to Nigerian royalty. It's just royalty. Wherever you are, royalty is the highest class. And right now, someone is, with facts, is saying, they're scum. They are scum. And everyone just has to listen. And they're like, I don't like this. You're shattering my childhood understanding of the fabrics of this society.
Yeah. I hear it. But like, please, Harry, Meghan, we are begging you. It's enough. It's enough. It's actually enough.
The book is looking like it's got juice in there, though.
It's got juice. Some of the things that we've heard is in there.
Some of the leaks.
I might have to purchase.
Yeah, I might do the audiobook.
Yeah.
That can just have
this
it.
Year, one of my things this year is to read more. So to build up my library again. So I'll probably buy it.
I've got a massive library, but the amount of 90% of that library is unread.
I was going to buy you a book for Christmas.
97. Buy me a book anyway. My birthday is only in 3 months and 20 something days.
Do I need birthday and Christmas to buy you a gift? My dear friend.
Well, you know.
My dear friend.
Thank you.
I got you.
Now, this year, that's why I'm changing up how things are going the second half of this year, because time, I need it. I need to get back to my reading. I want to get back to my drawing as well. Not to put out there, just to do it. I used to love drawing, man.
Me too. It's quite scary how, like, even when we were coming up with this podcast, yeah, very quickly I come to realize that apart from the producing, because I don't produce music, most of the talents, though, we share the same talents. Yeah, we'll have to do a track at some point.
Yeah. It's coming.
Anyway, Sha, let's moving on. Benedict
Cumberbatching. This one's a tough one, you know. Very, very challenging. The family of Benedict Cumberbatch are slavers, or were slavers back in the day. In the 1800s?
I think so.
I think in the 1800s. And they own plantation land in Barbados. With Rihanna and them, man. And yeah, basically they're facing slavery reparation charges, I'm guessing from Barbados. So his family gonna have to pay.
Oh my days, sorry.
Well, Barbados.
the Bayesian accent. I love it.
I do like. Well, I love accents on women, innit? Barbados, the Barbadian. This is the one, yeah. Is it Barbadian?
Isn't it Bayesian?
Nah, I don't know if Bayesian is it as well, because I think it is Bayesian, but then I think Bayesian is something else.
I thought it was Bayesian this whole time. I've been saying Bayesian from.
But is it Barbadian?
No, it's just Bayesian. I think
just Bayesian.
Guys, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, please.
You know, we don't want to butcher it. Out of respect, let us know if you know.
You know what I mean?
I think it's Bayesian.
We'll go with Bayesian. But yeah, the Bayesian accent is colourful, but it's like a song. And I'm saying that being with Trini heritage, but the Bayesian accent is a song. Different. Have you heard like I'm gonna send it to you. This gangster rap Bayesian guy.
No, send it to me.
Wild.
I would love that. What?
Wild.
Send it to me. Because you know, in Yoruba, we sing as well. The Yoruba language, is singing.
It's
you can't
tonal.
break up.
Yeah, Yoruba is tonal, but Bayesian is singing.
Hear me out. Yoruba is tonal, but it's singing as well. You can't break up. So, for example, you can't say e ka ro. You have to sing it. E ka ro. You sing it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Send that Bayesian thing.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it.
But let's finish the story still.
Yeah, you take over, sorry. Take the reins. I'm sorry.
Fair. You know, like back in the day, basically, guys, when slavery was stopped, reparations were made. But not to the slaves. The slave owners were paid compensation for the end of slavery. And so what Barbados are trying to do is sue, I think. Is it sue? Yeah, I guess it would be sue. Sue the Cumberbatch family for those reparations. Now, do you know what is wild? Do you know what I heard that is wild? Benedict, Dr. Strange, he said that when he first started learning, going to acting school and stuff like that, and he was coming up, that his mum told him to change his surname. Now, I wonder if she told him to change his surname because of the connections to the family's past.
Of course.
And because it's old money, their family's rich. Old money, definitely. He's along the line, he's benefited from these riches that would have been passed down from generation to generation to generation. So it'll be interesting. I reckon if Barbados do this and it succeeds, it's going to open up so many other countries doing the same thing.
But then there's companies as well. Bear companies.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people backing the Cumberbatch family just to make sure that it doesn't trickle onto other businesses.
Yeah, all the old rich, you know, yeah, they're going to be like, boy.
They're going to be pulling all their strings.
Doctor Strange, you can't go back into another multi-universe to come and change this one. This one. I do hope Barbados are successful in this because, yeah.
100%. Have you seen man like Lowski, drill rapper and artist, been battling a case for the last 3 years, a firearm charge, and he's been found guilty, so he's going to be going to prison. And somewhere, somehow, the image of the firearm got leaked online.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this very, very itty bitty pistol, and the internet has gone left with it.
Of course they have. Of course they have. We'll drop the image down there.
Down
so
there
you
somewhere.
Down there so you can see it.
I feel really sorry for my man. Not obviously the charge is the charge. That's besides the point. But it's very awkward to be doing something gangster and have that gangster activity be the thing that emasculates you or people ridicule you for. The size of your gun. It feels very, you know what I mean? It feels, yeah.
I'm not going to say what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, it can still kill or it's a gun. But people out here
it's not
laughing
about the size,
online.
It's about how you use it.
Damn.
Apparently.
Damn me.
I can't say that I agree, but I mean, a firearm is a firearm. Do you know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying.
It is what it is, boy.
It does look like hella unimpressive though. The memes were just ridiculous, but people were talking about this is why Americans don't respect us because we're out here. Someone said, was man going to fight in the Battle of Hastings?
I'm done.
I said
people are so rude. Wow.
A whole gun, you know.
That is funny. But the Battle of Hastings was serious, you know. So
yeah, I know, but people are not. People are doing the most. So yeah.
Wow. Well, you do the crime, you do the time. No matter how small the pistol is, you get me?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mad. This gun looked Tory Lane size.
I bet. Even Tory Lane knows not. Anyway, I also no. Let me stop.
Your health, Sha. Relax.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Your
I'm
health.
still recovering from the flu and all that.
Take it easy.
To take it easy. Have you seen this American girl went to Ghana and experienced UK men, UK black men, UK West African men, UK Ghana and a Nigerian man. And you know what she did? She now went on TikTok, and did a video, and I'm gonna share it here.
These girls last night that one of them followed me on here, so she'll probably see this, and I'll try to get her social to tag her. But we was all talking about in the car, and we all came to this conclusion that UK African men are fucking sassy. You bitches are sassy as fuck. Y'all are mean as fuck. All of y'all have the fucking Regina George effect. Like, I literally went to an event, like a DTL event or whatever, at Bloom Bar last night, and just to steal the same vibe, like even how y'all treat women in the club or something like that, y'all are rude. I don't know if y'all think it come off, and like, fine, you don't like me, great, love it, but like, multiple women have had this interaction with specifically UK, Africa, or like Ghanaian, Nigerian men from the UK. Y'all need to like bring it down a couple fucking notches. Not your confidence, your fucking attitude. Like, y'all are rude. And I know I don't even know who that's attracted to. Like, not even the UK women, because they talk about y'all like a dog. So I know it's not them that y'all trying to impress.
So as you can see from the video, she's basically saying that they're sassy. Okay? They're sassy. And I have to agree.
Yeah. It was never gonna be a UK girl to say it, because UK girls and UK men are equally yoked. That's why this American girl has the issue that she had, because she's now just coming in, seeing black men and just assuming they're like the other black men that she knows, and then she's like, hey, what's with the
You're not hearing American guys come and complain about UK girls.
Because when they go to Ghana, they're looking at the Ghana girls.
This is not the first time. That an American has
I'm not
come
gonna lie though. I
for
think UK
British
guys
men.
are sassy. Yeah, UK
Very
guys are
sassy. Very. And in the comments, guys are like, yeah, we should be, we're the prize. We should
Wow.
be this, we should be that. I said, these guys, they don't know. They don't know their place in society. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. This is 2023. I'm not gonna sugarcoat no more. I'm not gonna be tactful for the sake of not getting cancelled. I'm gonna say how
Not
I feel.
offending.
Yeah, I don't
Cancelled
care.
this year.
I
This year we
don't
get
care.
cancelled.
Try and cancel
So
me.
what's their place? What's their place in society?
They don't know
Dami?
their place. They think they're women. They're bad
Ooh.
bitches. Yeah.
Ooh.
They might as well wear a bust down middle part wig. Might as well. They think they're bad bees. They want people to be paid for them. They want girls to be moving to them. Yeah. Might as well be bad bees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that you, man? I don't know.
That's them, man. Bad bees. No joke.
Ouch.
No joke. No joke.
I can't defend against that, boy. That is extreme. Bad bees out here.
Yeah. Bad bees.
Sassy with it. 21.
Very. Exactly. That's why Drake is... Think about it. Think about it.
Hey.
That's why they relate. They can relate.
Okay. So what we saying? Man, them need to cut the sass this year.
They need to leave that sass in 2022. Because...
It's not a good look. Oh, man.
They're the ones they want. No joke. No joke. I saw in the comments, guys were defending themselves. And their defense was, yeah, we're the prize. Why should we be doing this, that, and the other? Girls should be pursuing us. Kings, lift your head up, kings. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? It's giving bad bee. It's giving.
Damn.
It's
Not
giving
sassy,
bad
though.
bee. It's very sassy. Don't get me wrong. There's girls who are very... What's the word I'm looking for? Is it an episode if I can't think of the word? Entitled.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of girls are entitled. They think because they've stepped into the place and they're cute, they're cutesy. When they get to the bar, a man has to buy them a drink.
Yeah.
No, babes, carry your own this thing so you can buy your own drink, innit? Yeah. And if a guy buys you a drink, cool, but don't go out with no money expecting men to pay for you. It doesn't work like that. But I'll put that to the side, yeah. So I get it. Some girls are entitled, and so therefore I get why some guys may not be so quick to open their Apple Pay, for example, and pay for their drink, right? Because nobody's carrying purses no more. Who's carrying cash? I get that. But don't go so far now where you're just like, nah, they should be paying for me now. They should be taking me out.
Yeah, that's a bit wild.
They should be moving to me. They should be moving to... What is the world coming to? The feminine energy in the mandem is mad.
See it there?
The feminine energy in the mandem is a lot.
No, but it's the feminine energy in society that's a lot.
And you know what? Do you know what? As a heterosexual, and do you know what? I'm tired of even having to explain that, because in this podcast, Venom and I are both strong. Well, I don't know. Yeah, strong heterosexuals. Yeah.
Oh, you're questioning the strength of my
I was gonna say I
heterosexual-
can't speak for you, but I think I can. Do you know what I
Do you
mean?
like me and Venom? Well, actually, just me. What?
I had to look over as well. Like, no, he's strong. So more time when we talk on this podcast, we're talking from a heterosexual perspective, because that's the only perspective we can speak from. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say that again. That's it now.
That's that on that.
That's that on that.
That means
so.
zing.
From that perspective, I don't think it serves anyone in that sexuality any benefit for you to be sassy. We can't have two sassy people in a relationship. We can't have two queens in a heterosexual relationship.
She's dying. but you know what? When I watched her video, I took it in a way but I didn't take it in fully because obviously I know she's not speaking to me. She's not speaking about me. I wasn't even in Ghana these times. So I'm not really deep in it. But now that I'm actually deep in it, now that it's coming out of your mouth, I'm like, being called sassy as a man is not where you want to be.
It's not.
That is not where you want to be.
And you know what's funny? In the comments, these guys weren't offended that they were called sassy. They were just offended that a black woman had something bad to say about them. And they were defending their sassiness.
Yeah. Said it's 2023, I have the right to be
without
sassy.
realizing, they were like, yeah, why should we pay for, we are the kings. That's what I'm trying to say. So they were defending the behavior that makes them sassy, which means they were proving that they are sassy. Another example of black men in the UK being sassy, Oloni got engaged over Christmas, right? Normal people hear good news and congratulate. No, not the UK black men, no. They were like, you see, how can she be saying, how can she, all this time she was in a relationship, these times she's trying to lead girls astray, blah, blah, red, see girls, all of you lot are single, but Oloni's getting engaged. I thought she hated men. I thought... Twitter. These guys had a lot to say. Had a lot to say. And you know what's funny? It's like, just say congratulations and keep it moving. You haven't got nothing now to say, keep quiet. When Beyonce was married to Jay-Z, when she brought out Single Ladies. And there's been other artists that do the same thing.
Your City Girls, your Megan Thee Stallions.
They have a man at home. When Cardi B is singing broke something, don't get no something. She has a man at home. Yeah. So what's the big deal? These men are sassy. These are the same guys. Last year, they created a because on Twitter you can create like a community where only people in the community can actually like tweet.
Partake, but everyone can view.
But no, yeah, people can view. They didn't know that we can view. They thought no one can view. These guys wanted to create a community where they could bash black women peacefully. And they were saying bare crap about black women. These UK black men, yeah, they're sassy. Who does that? Tell me, is that not bitchy behavior? Isn't that bitchy behavior?
It is.
It's bitchy, right? That's what I said, bad bitch.
Damn.
That bitch.
It's that bad bitch. It's the bad bee energy, but that is what society is so feminine now. It's unreal.
Wait.
If you strip away masculinity, that's what you have to then replace it with is femininity, and that's where we're at.
Well, we've got plenty of it because these sassy guys, they're out there, and then they'll come and be arguing with us girls saying that we're too masculine. The only reason why we've had to play the masculine roles because you lot don't want to play the masculine roles. So now we have to fend for ourselves.
I don't know if it's don't want to. I don't know if it's don't want to.
Don't want to, can't. Who knows who? I don't care. But if a man is masculine around a woman, she will fall into her feminine role because she doesn't feel like she needs to protect herself or doesn't feel like she needs to do things for herself or whatever. So she will naturally assume her position. That's why I said, these UK men don't know their position. And you know what's even more embarrassing? It's the fact that it was Nigerian and Ghanaian men. They didn't call South Africa. They didn't call Zimbabwe. They didn't call Somalia. They didn't call Kenya. Specifically Ghanaian and Nigerian UK black men. We'll pick this up another time because we gotta move on, but we'll pick it back up in another episode. Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna reach out to you, yeah. Help me. Help me, help you, help me.
AKA, stop being sassy, okay? There's enough bad bitches in the world. We don't need it anymore. Thank you very much, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. This week, the main topic that we'll be unpicking is the music industry riddled with cultish and ritualistic practices.
Yes.
Hedonism. I don't know if hedonism is a bad thing, but yeah. You think it is?
You don't think demonism is a bad thing?
I said hedonism.
Okay.
And then I realized I don't actually know what hedonism means. Off the top of my head, I'm like, Yeah.
That's even me. I'm trying to remember. Let me hold on. Let me just go on Google because
It feels like it's the right thing to say. But then I was like, wait, what does that mean?
yeah, hedonism just means the pursuit of pleasure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, so that's not a bad thing. And that is definitely in the music industry as well. But
100%. A lot of
what's wrong with cultish behavior? Because cultish, ritualistic practices, are they necessarily bad?
it depends on your belief system. So if you subscribe to the religions of Abraham,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, it's a no. If you don't, it's cool. It's
And do
fine.
you, boo? Yeah.
Do you boo boo? Um, those of you that are new here, I'm a Christian, so I always come with that perspective as much as I can. For me, anything to do with the occult, all of that is dark. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not of God, so therefore it's a no for me, right? That means it's from the enemy. If it's not from God, it's from the enemy. It's there's only two things. So yeah, for me, it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How about you?
For me,
Mm.
cultish behavior. Cultish behavior. I think it has its place. There's
Mhm.
levels of it. I think low level cultism can be enjoyed without being demonic per se.
Mhm.
And ritualism or ritualistic behavior is broad. And I think a lot of things actually have quite ritualistic behaviors involved in them. Especially the more enjoyable they are. It's kind of, I don't know, it's all about experience.
Mm.
So I don't think I can categorically call it wrong, but I definitely think within the music industry there is definitely a I don't know, like a dark vibe to some. Like there's a point where you just reach and then it's just like, why is this so weird? Why is this so not right feeling, etc., etc.
Mm.
I heard you've had personal experience,
I have. I tried to. I mean, Beyonce tried to recruit me,
as you said in the last episode.
as I said in the last
Could you
episode.
please
And
elaborate on this
I would love
recruitment?
to. I would love to. So basically, uh, the album before the Lion King one. What was that one? Hold on.
Or Lion King.
The one before Lion
Not
King.
the Carters though.
I
That
don't
was the one
think.
with Jay-Z.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to that one.
Hold on,
So
Lion King.
was it Lemonade?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. It was actually the Beyonce one. No, it wasn't.
No, that was time ago. It's
Homecoming.
I am Sasha Fierce, and then Lemonade.
Is it Homecoming?
That wasn't like an album.
No. Yeah, so it was the Lion King one. Yeah, so before Lion King was Lemonade. Yeah, so Lemonade, yes, Lemonade had a little, like one or two, even before that, even Beyonce, the album Beyonce, there was some, that's where it started for me. So from the album Beyonce, there was a few songs in there where I started feeling a bit funny spiritually when I would listen to the song. And when I say that, what I mean, okay, so from young, I feel like I've always been in touch with my spirituality in the sense that I know if there's something like weird, like if the atmosphere is off, or if there is quick digression. In my first home as a child, we didn't know it was built on a burial ground, and we found out because of me. So basically, I couldn't sleep at night. I turned like 8 or 9, and I stopped sleeping. And I would see like black figures zoom across the house. Like we'd all be in the front room watching TV. I'd see something flicker like this or flicker like that. And I also had like an imaginary friend who turned on me. Now I'm paraphrasing this story real quick because I don't want to spend too much time on it. But when that happened, my dad, who also is very in touch with his spirituality, he heard my imaginary friend. That's how we come to learn that it wasn't an imaginary friend, it was a spirit.
Right.
Or that's what we believe it to be. So my mum went to Italy on business, and my dad, that night that she left, I was talking to my imaginary friend at night. My dad comes in the room and he's like, who are you talking to? She goes, don't tell him. So I don't tell him. He leaves. I carry on talking. We're kiki kakaing. And then he comes back and he's like, no, I heard you talk to someone. So who are you talking to? Like, I heard them as well. So then I was like, oh, it's my friend. And then she attacked me. Right? So my dad went and called imams because they're Muslim. And they came to the house. And when they came to the house, there was loads of cats outside. So they were like, something's off about this building that you live in. Go and look it up where this building was, what this building was built on. And we found out it was built on a burial ground. So in my family, they were just like, Dami must be able to see things because she's been seeing things and telling us, and we weren't listening until that happened, right? So and then years later, like people would die in the family, and then they would come and see me basically after they've died. So my granddad came to visit me, and my grandma's come to visit me more than once, right? So I was able, I feel like based on my experiences, I do believe there is a spiritual realm, and I do believe that some people have the gift of being able to see people
into that realm.
Into that realm, and I do believe that I have that gift, right? So, but I'm scared of it, and I've always been scared of it because I don't want to see nothing.
Understandably.
I don't want to see nothing, okay? So when I dedicated my life to Christ, if let's say I'm at home and I'm very sensitive to it to the point where like in the night, if something comes into my home, I'll wake up and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll pray to get rid of it, basically. Or if I go somewhere, I won't be able to sleep because I'll feel like something off is there, that kind of thing. So it's just carried on with me throughout my whole life. That's just how I've been. So that's important to understand as to why I believe Beyonce tried to recruit me. So from the Beyonce album, there were certain videos from that album that I just couldn't watch because I had funny feelings about it, if that makes sense. Like it was giving me spiritual vibes but it wasn't giving me good spiritual vibes, like say a family member or something. It was giving me darkness, right? So from there, I was like, and then obviously there was all these rumors about Beyonce being a witch or whatever. And I kind of had it, but I didn't want to believe it because I was the biggest Beyonce fan, right? And then she came out with Lemonade. And again, there was more like occult vibes from it. So things like Mami Water, which is like it's like mermaids basically.
Okay,
doesn't have good rep in the Nigerian culture. We basically believe that they're witches and demons. So there was references to that. There was other references to like calling the dead and all this business. Like there was stuff in there. So from there, I started to feel convicted to like dial back my support in Beyonce. And then I realized that she was like an idol to me because I really like she was like...
Yeah.
And from then, I stopped being a fan of anyone. So you might hear that I love Drake, I love this, I love that, but you never really, really hear me say I'm a fan of anything because being fanatic in my faith means that you're idolizing, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not fanatic of anyone. But then she did the Lion King album, and I remember being home. It was on Disney. And it was one Sunday evening. I've done everything.
You mean the Black is King film? Yeah,
the film, right? So I'm at home. I've done I like to do like self-care Sundays. And then I put it on and I'm like, I just want to see it. I just want to watch it. Yeah. Not that I'm a fan or anything, but I just wanted to like, everyone was talking about it and I just wanted to see what all the hype was about. So I'm watching it, and I kid you not, I got halfway through and I had to stop because the atmosphere in my home shifted. So I live alone. I'm not normally scared to be in my own flat. Yeah. But that night I was scared to go from my front room to my bedroom, which is it's not far. So I had to like put all the lights on and stuff, and I was very like, and I've not felt like that since I was a child, like scared of you know when you're young and you're like, you gotta go upstairs, you switch off, like you run as if the boogeyman is downstairs.
Endless
like,
memes of this.
Honestly, so I was in my house moving like that, yeah. So anyway, I prayed, and then I was like, okay, it's bedtime. I'm gonna go sleep. In the night, and I don't want to say the cliche 3 a.m. because I don't know if it was 3 a.m. I just know it was in the middle of the night.
Hour. It's the witching hour, man.
It was before 3. I wake up. I don't normally wake up like that in the night unless something is like spiritual is bothering me. Yeah. I wake up, and I kept seeing Beyonce's eyes, like this part of her face. In my dream, that's what woke me up. So I was in my dream, I saw Beyonce, and she looked me in the eye. Yeah. And as she looked me in the eye, I woke up because I felt uncomfortable. So I've woken up now, and I keep seeing the eyes, and it was mesmerizing. It was like
she's
trying to like
staring
suck
into
me
you.
in. Yeah. So I started praying. And then as I was praying, I actually saw this woman in my room. I saw her in my room looking at me. It was like she didn't want to let me go because I was praying, like I was declaring and decreeing in the name of like Jesus that, you know, any spirits in my home must get out because they have no power over me. That's what the Bible says. They have no power. They can't do anything. So what are you doing here? You have no leave. But I just kept seeing the eyes. It wouldn't let me go. So after I finished I prayed and prayed, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not scared of you. I had to say it out loud to myself as well. Like I'm hard-body, excuse me. I'm going to sleep. So I went back to sleep, but I didn't sleep for long because I kept seeing her eyes. So I think that that's why I think she tried to recruit me. I think that she tried to take my soul through her eyes.
Yoy.
And the next day, I went on Instagram the next day. And why did I keep seeing the same post that I had told Instagram that I wasn't interested in? Kept seeing it. Guess what it was?
Beyonce's eyes.
Yeah. A picture of Beyonce's face, and I can see into her eyes.
Yeah.
So I was like, girl. Now, to anyone that doesn't believe in these type of things, it's going to sound like coincidence. It's going to sound like stories, okay? But I'm very in touch with my spirituality in that way. And I know that there's a dark side. I know that people do juju. I know that people entertain the devil to get what they want to get. Jay Huss has spoken about it. Who else has spoken about it? Like openly spoken about it. Some other artists have spoken about it as well, that they've done juju, they've prayed to the devil to help them get to where they want to get to or whatever, and they can't sleep at night because in the night, that's when they have to sacrifice things and all that. Wow. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a lie, it's real, okay? And then I saw, recently, I saw other stories from other people on TikTok and stuff where they had a similar experience to me.
With Beyonce.
And then that confirmed to me that no, Dami, you wasn't seeing things. And after that night, I said, I can't subscribe to Beyonce anymore. Like I can't entertain her music. I will not go to any of her shows. I have to let her go because something about her isn't right. It's not the same Beyonce as back in the day. She's changed. Something about her has changed. And I think it's because she's been dibble-dabbling with these things. And when you listen to her lyrics of some of her songs, she's not hidden it either. Like she said that she's done things in her music. That doesn't marry with the Christian Beyonce that she used to be, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like...
Does she even refer to herself as Christian anymore?
No.
Because I was going to say, I haven't heard like that rhetoric for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's a different Beyonce now. So yeah, Beyonce tried to recruit me, guys.
I definitely agree with you with regards to like the spiritual realm, and you know, the whole Beyonce dibble dabbling. I mean, we assume all of the people who are like at that level kind of do this kind of thing. But I know that a lot of stories came out about Beyonce when she did the I Am Sasha Fierce album and spoke about that whole dual identity thing. Because a lot of people were claiming that this Sasha Fierce is really the demon that is attached itself to Beyonce.
I remember
but I definitely believe that that like that it's possible and plausible that demons can and entities from other realms can attach themselves to particular people and might have incentive to do that. For sure.
The whole Sasha Fierce thing, I didn't want to listen to it, to be honest. I didn't want to listen to it because I was just like, nah. I think I just saw it as like a stage
persona.
And you know, back then people used to like play songs backwards and they'd hear something in this lyric and be like, oh my God, did you hear that? And I was just like, no. I needed to feel, because remember, like I said, like spiritually, I know when something's off. Yeah. And I've not been proven wrong yet. That's why I believe that when my spirit said to me something's off with Beyonce, I had to pay attention. So I think that all of that, maybe she was playing around with the ideas of it, maybe, but I didn't feel the conviction at that point. The turning point for me was that Beyonce album. That's when I was like, because people used to play Single Ladies and be like, even Sweet Dream or Beautiful Nightmare and all that. They'd be like, oh my God, there's something demonic about it. And I was like, no, I just think she's, I don't know, but definitely from the Beyonce album. Same thing happened to me with Rihanna for a piece.
What, you think she's out of it now, or?
Rihanna's not done music for a while, innit? So I don't know. But there was a time when I had to stop listening to Rihanna's music because I had this feeling about it. It was just, there's something not right here. And if I'm listening to this music, it's almost like I'm subscribing to whatever it is that she's into, and I don't want to subscribe into it. Some of it might be that, again, as a Christian, I really shouldn't be listening to secular music anyway, because most secular music has this stuff in it. But there's certain artists I'm like, no, I don't listen to Jay-Z. I don't listen to Beyonce. A lot of Rihanna songs I had to stop listening to. J Hus makes me feel funny, but J Hus has admitted, I mean, even in his name, they called him J Hus because Juju. They used to call him Juju Hus because he used to bang Juju. He talks about it a lot. Do you know Julia? Skepta?
Yeah, Julia.
Skepta also, yes, yeah.
I was going to say her brother.
I was going to say her brother to try and remember his name, and then I remembered his name.
Yeah.
Cut all of that out.
But
even Skepta said he used to pray to God and the devil in the hopes that one of them will listen to him. He's like, he used to play them against each other and be like, if God doesn't listen to me, the devil will, and vice versa. So there's that. Then if you look into like even the old bands like the Beatles and stuff, and how they played into satanic stuff and like the 666 book and all this and that, and when you go down the rabbit hole, you come to realize that the whole music industry is riddled with witchcraft, satanic worshipping, all of that stuff. And it makes sense because Satan's a fallen angel, but when he was in heaven, he was the angel of music. So it you know, it's not a coinkydink that, you know, if you want to make it in that industry, I guess you kind of have to sell yourself a little bit to whatever it is that they're doing in that sense. Last week I spoke about some of the rituals that Jay-Z did, and I'll find the pictures of him with the ritualist, and they made it out to seem like it was a artistic something, but some of the symbols in that ritual
in the piece were
proved
satanic.
it was a ritual. Yeah, it was a ritual into something for sure.
It's a tricky one, man. But I've always felt like the music industry as a whole is owned by an entity, and that entity is not God, because that's not what he's sort of about.
Yeah.
And then when you look at, again, if you look at the religions like Christian, and this is one of my issues with Christianity. This is why I don't subscribe to it, but I feel like it's a very soft religion when it comes to the boundaries. So like, in Christianity, it states that the devil is the fallen angel of music, but then Christians will still make music.
Yeah, because in the Bible it says that we can sing and dance to praise God and worship him. So even though, just because, I mean, God created music, God created the angels, and yeah, I get it. I get where you're coming from, but there's also scripture.
Yeah,
but there's also scripture that says
the contrary to like what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, he was the angel of music, yes. But just because he was the angel of music doesn't mean that you can't use music to praise God. The moment the music doesn't praise or worship God, it becomes un-Christian-like. That's why I said, as a Christian, I shouldn't even be listening to secular music, because I'm supposed to be using music to praise and worship God, if that makes sense, to worship God. If I'm not doing that, then I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that black and white.
But hold tight for our new tune, though.
Hold tight for our new tune. I might drop a few bars for God in there to
do it.
Toe the line.
Do you?
But yeah, and like something, not even just the music industry. I think it's anything to do with Hollywood, anything to do with becoming disgustingly rich, because in most religions, not just Christianity, living a humble, low-key life is more appeasing to God than having all the riches in the world and all these materialistic things. So I think that once you start seeking to be rich, you've already fallen off path, because that's not what God wants you to be. He can give you riches, but it's through God's volition, not through your own volition. So the moment you start chasing it on your own,
you're gone.
You've already, do you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people that are Muslim, Christian, calm down.
I thought he sneezed.
Nah, he's barking because he's trying to protect me. He thinks that something's out to get me because he heard a loud noise. My security. Where was I? Yeah, I find that, like, if you're someone who's like money, have to have the latest this, have to have the latest that, and you call yourself God-fearing, whether that is in Islam, Judaism, Christianity, whatever faith you're in, you're one foot in, one foot out, because you're already placing money above God, if that makes sense. When really you're supposed to be like, God, what do you want me to do? I'll do it. And then if God gives you what you have of the world, not you trying to seek it. But I don't want to get into preaching. But I saw something else. Just really quickly, I saw someone talking about how, because, you know, this is why I thought of it actually, because earlier you just said that you think that a bigger organization, conglomerate, if that's the word I'm trying to think of, owned the music industry.
I wasn't necessarily referring to a business though.
Yeah, okay. But it's the same thing with most of the industries. So in the comedic industry, there's this whole thing going around about how as a comedian, for you to make it, they have to ridicule you. So they have to like make you dress up as a woman.
Oh, black
For
men,
example,
you mean?
black men dressing up as women as like a way to initiate them into going up the ranks. And literally most of them have done it. And not just comedians, like NFL players, stuff like that. And you don't deep it because I didn't deep it because I see it all the time on social media, and like a lot of like these new age comedians or new age whatever will start off with like a page or a social media following where most of their comedy is them dressing up as a black woman and taking a piss. But then as I saw more and more, like people pulling up people that have done it in the past, I was like, oh no, this is a thing. This is a thing. Like
They've all done it.
They've all done it. It can't be a coincidence that they've all done it and then they've all got to places off the back of doing it.
Yeah, especially because black women ain't that funny. I'm playing.
I'm hilarious. I'm hilarious.
You are.
If you look at the clips that have gone far in this podcast because of Bants.
Bants on Bants. Dami
it was
Bants.
Me. So
Yeah.
don't ever say that black women are not funny. Okay?
No, but it is literally everybody, and not just in America, even in the UK.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it means. I don't want to know what it means.
If they hollered at you, Venom,
Yeah.
and said
The
to
Lulu,
you,
Lou gang, wait, them man.
yeah, whoever,
Okay, yeah, whichever one it is.
and said, we want you to dress up as a black woman on the podcast and crack some jokes, and from there we're gonna.
I mean, technically, have I done it? Have I done it when I put on my wife's bonnet? Is that dressing up as a black? I wasn't playing a black woman. I was being myself.
You was just being yourself, wearing a bonnet, and black men can wear bonnets. Let's not discriminate.
And do-rags. Bald man can wear do-rags. Let's not discriminate.
What I was gonna say is some black men have hairstyles that need protecting. Like if you've got locks, you need to protect that. Wear it. You know, like if you've got a fro, baby, wear the bonnet to protect the hedges, protect the, you know. And then I realized if I say that, I'm discriminating against bald men, and then that's enough. You are Venom's on a he's on the pursuit to getting me cancelled
by all the black bald men
because of bald men. Yeah, because he thinks I have a vendetta against him, or he thinks I've got this, like, he thinks I'm boldest, and I'm not, because I'm pretty sure that I like guys. I mean, I'm attracted to guys that don't have hair on their heads.
Fetishism, you see it
just
there?
as much as I'm attracted to guys that have hair on their heads. Like, I don't discriminate, is what I'm trying to say. Let me make that clear, because I know what he's trying to do, but we keep him moving, right? But yeah, if the question at hand is, if they hollered at you and was like,
yo, we're going to sort you out. We're going to pattern your family.
Yeah. Just dress up as a black woman and do a few skits, and you're not going to do it.
I don't do... the thing about my character that I've realised is I'm very against people dictating things to me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I like to I like to work with people. So if there's something that organically happens because it should, that's the direction it's going, and it makes sense, then, like, I'm not saying in the future you're never going to see me dress up as a black woman, because obviously it's the Illuminati, blah blah blah. But if I arrived there, it would be because I arrived there because it made sense. But someone can't just come up to me and be like, yo, my man, do this patterned. Because I don't value like money like that, if you know what I mean. Of course, I want to be wealthy, very wealthy.
This is why we get on, because I also don't value money like that. There's no some rich guy hollering at me, let me make you a baby mama, let me fly you out, I've contemplated getting a sugar daddy, because I know I can. I'm a babe. They would love me. I have what they need for them to enjoy. But I'm not built like that. Dignity over money. peace of mind over money.
Peace of mind over everything.
Because I don't want to be someone like me that will struggle to sleep at night because of spiritual welfare.
This is the thing.
For me, if I dibble dabble in that stuff, it will finish me. Sleep is on me.
I do not have any issue sleeping at night at all, apart from when I got work the next day and I've got work that I haven't done. Because
the only times, because of my anxiety, I have suffered from insomnia before.
Oh man,
and
yeah,
especially in uni. But it's not. It comes like I can say it's happened to me 3 times in my lifetime where I've had the season of struggling to sleep. Yeah. Outside of those times, I sleep like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if I wake up in the night, it's because I can feel something, like spiritual battle is happening. And I'll now pray. And after I've finished praying and I've said what I need to say, I go to sleep like a baby. Do you know what I mean?
Sleep like a baby.
But if I start dibble-dabbling with this occult ritual, this, that, my sleep is done out here. Especially someone that already wakes up if she feels something is in her house. So imagine I'm now playing with them as well. I'm now doing amongst. I will never sleep again. And sorry, you can't look this young at my age without sleep. Period. So it's enough from me.
Sleep
So anyway,
is necessary, man. 100%.
Trust me.
You can't. Yeah, I can never be enrolled. It's only me signing up for things. I can't be enrolled.
There's only so far Unpicked podcast is gonna go because
you know?
we're not willing to sell our souls, guys, and that's fine. If we stay on our 300 and whatever followers at this current time forever, so be it. I will not be selling myself for nothing.
At all.
But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments. Would you be willing to dibble dabble in such things? Do you even believe it's real or not? Have you experienced something similar to what I experienced? It doesn't have to be Beyonce, but it could be anyone. Have you ever felt convicted to stop listening to someone because you felt there was a dark energy about them? Let us know in the comments.
So we want to shout out to gal like Miss Dimples, podcast
I got
regular,
one too.
commenting regular. You got. I thought you had a shout out to, not you had a dimple too.
Nah, I'm a Miss Dimples too.
Yeah, Miss Dimples too. Is it 2 dimples or 1 dimple? I definitely see the 1. Okay, doing up the dimple.
I have 1. I used to have 2. I used to have 2.
Dimpi?
I guess so.
The singular.
It's a dimple, not dimples. I mean,
Yeah,
I have
I
other No, let me not say anything.
Wow.
I've got 1 dimple on my face.
Is that you, Dami?
Do you know what?
Yeah. Is that what?
It's inappropriate.
Is
You
that
don't need
you,
to know
yeah?
that, Venom. You don't need to know that I have.
I call them the.
I have
call
back
them the
dimple.
handles.
Yeah, I've got back dimples,
the-
and then I've got, you can get dimples in your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
I have
That's
got
what I
one
call
on
those, the
both
handles.
sides. Yeah,
For the
one
thumbs.
on.
Just put the thumbs in.
Yes, I've got them in the back. Your lower back. You can get
Mad.
dimples in the lower back, and then I've got dimples on both sides. On my face, though, I used to have 2 dimples. Now I only have 1. Don't
Why
ask me
only
how I
one?
lost the other one. I don't know. I think I got to like secondary school and I lost the other one. If I really smile hard, it will come back. Sometimes it comes back and I get excited because it's faint. It's faint. You see it?
I
It's
see
faint.
it. Yeah.
But this one's the deep one.
Mad. Mad.
So yeah, I used to have 2. But anyway, Miss Dimples. Sorry, I stole the show.
Yeah, gang, Miss Dimples. Thank you very much for, being a part of the family and that. And if you want to get a shout out like Miss Dimples, all you got to do, subscribe, hit us up, leave us a little message in the comment section, and boom, that's you. You get me?
That's it. You're part of the Unpicked family and you'll be invited to the parties.
Be invited to the cookout.
The cookout. The link up. Because I don't think British people do cookouts. That's an American thing.
We don't. It's an American expression.
But we do link ups though, and you'll be there. And we are going to do a link up this year, We're going to do a link up this year. So if you know you want to come to the link up, you better subscribe. Just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to our episode of Unpicked. We hope you enjoyed, and yeah, just leave us any comments in the comment section for ideas for episodes. If you got things that you know you want us to discuss, you know what I'm saying. Keep unpicking, and then we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Yeah. I do my Illuminati thing.